Hmm. Hmm. Hello,
Hello, Stephanie.
Evgeny. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thanks. What time is it where you are?
In my country, you mean?
Yeah.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Okay. Yeah, it's morning where I am.
Early morning? Or?
No, close to midday.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was wondering why there just don't seem to be many people on Verbling today. So it might be a small class, might be just you and me.
It's good for me, not good for you.
Well, for me, it's the same, really. But it's better for you when you have a smaller class.
Yeah, sure.
More like a private lesson. So great. And Santiago, hello. Santiago? Huh. Okay, must be connecting still. And Greg, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Glad you could join us today. I was just saying it's going to be a small class today. Not many people signed up, so...
I know, that's weird.
It is weird. I was surprised. But maybe more people will join us. And anyway, it's more like a private lesson or semi-private lesson for you to...
Tandem lesson.
Yeah, tandem lesson. Have either of you done a tandem lesson?
No.
I had a student make one, but nobody joined, so it wound up just being a private lesson. But I'm interested to know how those work.
Maybe because, I don't know, people, they don't know how to, there's no way to communicate between the students. There's a way to communicate between student and teacher, but there's no, actually I think there's no way to message to somebody.
Oh yeah, I don't think there is. At least not during the lesson, as far as I know. Yeah, that could be a problem with it. Interesting. I like the idea, because it can be, especially for conversation, having 3 people can be beneficial. But I don't know how it works in the online format. But anyway, we'll get started. It is beautiful 65 degrees here in New York City. It feels like spring outside. So you can see the sunshine over here. It's calling my name. But anyhow, it is mid-December, a good day to stay inside and do some learning. Let's see, Santiago, hello? Maybe some technical difficulties going on there. But all right, let's get to work here. I will share the lesson, but let me also get you a link to the lesson so you can follow along. So this is mostly a vocabulary lesson, although it's going to be a mix. Some speaking, reading, and some writing as well. But pretty interesting. It's all about blue jeans today. So.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Ah, yes, Santiago. Hello.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, wonderful.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good, good. Welcome to class. We're glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so in the chat, you'll find a link to the lesson. We're going to start with a little bit of discussion first. Before we get right into the vocabulary, just some warm-up questions. And I'd actually like to start with this one. Number 2, how often do you wear jeans? And why don't we start, Evgeny, why don't we start with you? How often do you wear jeans?
In generally every day.
For work and for casual?
Yeah, is this? Yeah.
Great. Yeah, definitely I wear them nearly every day myself.
Yeah, I have some special clothes for work, but not for each hour in day.
Okay. Good. So pretty often, it sounds like.
Yeah.
All right, Greg. How about you? How often do you wear jeans?
Practically every day. In some formal situation, we don't wear jeans in Poland, but that are exception. That weddings, I don't know, maybe sometimes when you have some kind of important meeting, you don't wear jeans, but usually every day, and sometimes when they're vacation, I prefer to have I don't know how to say it, when you have shorter pants. Shorts. Yeah, right. So that are two exceptions.
Okay, great. So pretty often as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Santiago, how about you? How often do you wear jeans?
Well, I have to wear a uniform every day for my job.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not working, I usually wear jeans or a tracksuit or something like that.
Okay.
Very often, I think.
Okay, so very often as well. Great. Sounds like we all have that in common, along with much of the world, Western world especially. And all right, let's talk about then, along the same lines, we touched on this. When or where are blue jeans inappropriate? In the United States, blue jeans are usually inappropriate in most jobs, not all. For example, as a teacher, I can often wear blue jeans, but in a business job, blue jeans would be inappropriate. Also, formal events like weddings, that's when blue jeans are inappropriate. How about Evgeny?
Yeah.
When are jeans inappropriate? Or where?
I think in my country, jeans inappropriate in maybe in some official meetings, like business meetings, and in a wedding, and I think maybe in school, but now I too old for knowing about school. But I think in school no, you can't.
Okay, interesting. I hadn't thought about school. Sorry, I got kicked out of the Hangout briefly. But so usually not appropriate at school. Do school children wear uniforms there?
I think yes now. In my time, Yes, it was Soviet Union time, and it was uniform. And now I think a uniform again in Russian schools. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, jeans usually aren't parts of uniforms. Yeah. Great addition. Thank you. All right, Greg. How about you? Do you want to add on any other times when or places where jeans might be inappropriate?
Graduations when you finish the year in a school. It could be when you're finishing school, or maybe when you finish 1 year. There are some special occasions in the schools that the teachers told you that you shouldn't wear jeans that day. And in some specific situation, uh, your coach can tell you that, okay, you need sweats this day, because if not, you will have a problem. They will just mark you that this day you need to wear sweats because there will be exercises. So
Yeah.
one of those things. Maybe there is something more. Oh no, I think that's all.
That's good. Those are two great additions. Yeah, graduations tend to be formal and dressy celebrations. And then, of course, when you're going to do exercise, jeans really aren't flexible enough.
There is one more example on the funerals. You shouldn't wear jeans. It's really awkward situation in my country. And there is sometimes when, for example, when someone passed away, and after a year we are gathering in a church, so people usually don't wear jeans. It's happening. So, and also when someone died, we don't wear jeans for, I don't know, that depends how close this person was. So we usually wear dark clothes, dark blues and dark pants, but probably not jeans are not probably one of them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, good thing. I hadn't thought of that either. Yeah, funerals. It's the same in the United States. Usually the family that is mourning will wear black or dark clothes. However, you might see jeans at a funeral if it's someone who maybe doesn't know the person as well. It wouldn't be too terrible. Great thoughts. Thanks for adding that. Let's say hello to Ken. Aka, Ken, hello.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Glad to see you. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
So we're just talking about jeans. And Santiago, do you have anything to add? Any times or places where blue jeans are inappropriate?
Well, no, I totally agree with my mates. It's not very, they are not appropriate for weddings, special events, like for example, New Year's Eve or the Christmas Day. These occasions, you must wear in a more formal way, I think so. Maybe it's more appropriate for every day. For example, if you want to go to your job, to your work, or to go shopping, or things like that.
Yeah, casual times. Yeah, they're pretty casual in their look. Yeah, so pretty common. Thanks for adding that, Santiago. And Ken, do you want to add on to that question?
Number 3?
Yeah, number 3.
Maybe some formal ceremonies.
Yeah. Can you give us an example?
I don't know what some other people say, but maybe weddings.
Yeah, good. So in Japan, same. Blue jeans would not be appropriate at a wedding.
Yeah.
That seems to be pretty common worldwide. How often do you wear jeans?
Me or?
Yeah.
I mean, In the summertime, I wear jeans are a bit thick. Texture is very a bit thick. So, but in the wintertime, I often wear jeans. That's my regular pants. Yeah.
All right, so more in the summertime than the winter.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. I think we're going to stop there for the pre-reading. We've got lots to do, and I want to really focus on vocabulary. That's what we're here for. So these are the 10 words we're focusing on in this lesson. This is a preview. So let's do this. Normally I have you go through and we just guess, but I'm going to try something just a little bit different this time. I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute, and during that minute I want you all to read the words and the definitions, and then we'll go through and make our guesses. Before that, let's do a little pronunciation practice. So I'm going to pronounce each word. You can repeat after me if you'd like, with your mic on or off as you prefer. But let's just pronounce these really quick. The number one is durability. Durability.
Durability.
Yeah.
Durability. Okay.
Good. So stress falls on that syllable there. Durability. Number two is patent. Patent. You might want to say patent. You can. In fluent spoken English, it will sound like patent.
Patent. Patent.
Yeah. And you can make that sound, it's a hard sound to make, but you can kind of make it by thinking about it as patent. Patent.
Patent. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. Don't worry too much on that. That is a very difficult advanced sound. Just to bring awareness to that. If you say patent, that's okay. Third one, sturdy. Sturdy.
Sturdy. Sturdy?
Sturdy.
Sturdy.
Yeah, yep. Really emphasize that R. Good, so stress on that first syllable, sturdy. Number four is rebellion. Rebellion.
Rebellion. Rebellion.
Good, yep, so stress falls on that second syllable. Number five is ban. Ban.
Ban. Ban.
Good, number six, this is a great word, solidarity. Solidarity.
Solidarity. Solidarity.
Okay, so we stress dare, and the T at the end sounds like a D. Solidarity. Good. Number seven, sloppy. Sloppy.
Sloppy.
Great. 8 is fashion statement.
Fashion statement.
Great. 9 is designer.
Designer.
Yeah, designer. So that G is silent. Designer.
Designer.
And number 10 is baggy.
Becky. Baggy or Becky?
Oh, I have an accent on this word. And you noticed it. Say baggy.
Baggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, say it how you would say it before you heard me say it. Where I'm from, we pronounce this word a little differently.
Okay.
Don't do it that way. All right. So that's pronunciation. All right, 1 minute now. I'm going to give everyone 1 minute. I want you to just look and match them in your head, and then I will call on someone to start matching. So 1 minute, ready, set, go. Just read and match in your head. Thirty seconds. No using dictionaries. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time's up. Just wanted to try that. I don't know if that'll help or not, but I'm randomly going to call on someone. If it's you, read the word, tell us the definition, and we'll move on. Let's see. Greg, would you start us out?
Durability. It will be strong. No, sorry. Strength.
Yeah, very
Sorry. Similar.
good. Yeah, you got a tough one to start. Strong and strength, very similar, just a different different part of speech, right? One is a noun, one is an adjective.
Yes.
Good. Great, nice job. Thank you, Greg. Let's move left. Evgeny, will you do number 2, please?
Patent and made by well-known fashion brands.
These are similar.
Okay, to obtain a license to rights of one's unique invention.
Exactly. Yep. So a well-known fashion brand might have a patent, and a patent is the rights to your invention. Great. And this can be both a noun and a verb. Here it's a noun, a patent. Oh wait, no, here it's a verb, excuse me. To have a patent or to patent something. It can also be a noun, a patent. All right, Ken, number 3.
Sturdy, strong.
Yes, this is the noun. I mean the adjective form. Well, I'm getting them wrong every time. Yep, strong. Thank you, Ken. Santiago, number 4.
Okay, rebellion is letter B, an act of resistance against authority.
Exactly right. Excellent. Let's see, I forgot. Just quickly get rid of these. All right. Back to Greg, number 5.
Okay. Ban. To disallow or remove.
Exactly. To disallow or remove. If something is banned, it is not allowed. Great. Evgeny, 6.
Solidarity and togetherness.
Yes, letter D. Oops. Letter D, yep, togetherness. Solidarity, togetherness. Great. Ken, number 7.
Sloppy, J, unkept, not tidy.
Great. Easy. Moving on, back to Santiago, 8.
8, fashion statement I think is made with well-known fashion brands. I
It is not actually. I goes with designer. And designer in this case is an adjective. Designer jeans.
okay. So
Try a different one.
fashion statement is let me see. A personal expression made through one's clothing.
Exactly right. Yeah. So it's a statement you're making with your clothes or a personal expression. Usually we use this with the verb make, to make a fashion statement. Great. And our last one, process of elimination. But anyhow, Greg, what's number 10?
Baggy, it will be loose.
Yeah. So if something is baggy, it is loose or too big. All right. Any questions on these vocabulary words? All right. Those are the words we're focused on in our reading. And we're going to share the reading. I'll do the first paragraph, and then you all will do the rest. Yeah, and we'll pause after each paragraph for any questions about vocabulary or any content questions you might have. All right, so let's see. I'll take number 1. Some people wear jeans because they think it makes them look cool. Others wear jeans for comfort or durability. Regardless of the reason, jeans, also known as denim, are popular and fashionable around the world. Here's a note. The word denim comes from the French town of Denim, where jean material originated. I didn't know that. One note also about the word denim. Denim is used for the fabric. Jeans are for the pants, right? So I might have a denim shirt or a denim dress. Means it's made of jean material or fabric. All right, any questions on the first paragraph? All right, I'm going to turn it over to you, and let's just have Santiago. Will you read paragraph 2, please?
Okay. The first Americans to wear blue jeans were miners and ranchers in the West. Excuse me, Stephanie. I hear an echo.
Oh, okay, let me mute my microphone. That might.
Okay, better. Thank you. In the 1860s, jeans were known as waist overalls and were made by Levi Strauss CO or company, I suppose. Levi Strauss was a German-born New Yorker who moved to California during the gold rush. In 1873, he partnered with Jacob Davis to patent pants with rivets. Rivets are the tiny metal buttons on the pocket seams of jeans. The purpose of the rivets is to make the seams sturdier.
Excellent. Thank you, Santiago.
Thank you.
Great. And let's see, this part would be read, co here is short for company, and when we read it, we would say made by Levi Strauss and Co.
And Co.
Or you could say company. Either way is fine. So great.
I mean, I have a question, not
Yes.
typical about text and words. I mean, ranchers, so cowboys were wearing jeans?
Yes, yeah, and great question, and I love questions about the content too. I'm gonna pull up Google Images. Yeah, so cowboys, like from the Old West, were some of the first wearers of jeans, as far as I know. If we look at, well, let's see. First, I also want to show rivets. But yeah, cowboys. But if we get some images, we'll see them in jeans even. Or if we think of the Old West, of course we're going to get football. Yeah, so if we look at them in the Old West, we can see them wearing some of the first pairs of jeans. The ranchers, cowboys, gold miners. Good. Oops. Other questions? All right. So let's see. Yeah, they made a fortune between the jeans and the rivets. He never made any money off the gold. He went there to mine gold, but he wound up inventing jeans instead. So he made a fortune, just not how he thought. All right, paragraph 3. Let's go on. Greg, your turn.
Okay. During World War II, women wore denim overalls while working in factories. Rosie the Riveter was a song about women who did their part of the American war effort. Rosie became an icon who inspired women to work while the men were away. In posters and ads, Rosie was usually dressed in denim overalls.
Excellent. Thank you, Greg. Oops. Great. This is, I want to share this image too. This is a pretty famous American image from the era. There's an easier way to switch back and forth. Does anyone know that icon or that symbol?
Maybe we with the hand in some special position. No?
What? Yeah, yep. Her hand up, famously showing her muscle. Exactly.
Yeah.
I know it.
Great. Yeah.
It's frequently used in many different ways.
Yeah, pretty famous image, I suppose. Yeah, there's Michelle Obama as Rosie the Riveter. Yeah, so that's where that kind of came from. All right. Any questions on that or anything so far? All right, continuing. Evgeny, paragraph 4, please.
In the 1950s, blue jeans were associated with rebellion. When schools began banning jeans, this style of pants became even more attractive to young people. Actor Marlon Brando sported jeans in The Wild One, while James Dean wore them in Rebel Without a Case. In this time, the word jeans became very popular. Nobody called these pants overall anymore.
Great, thank you, Evgeny. Excellent. And this was Cause, Rebel Without a Cause.
Cause. Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Side note, the word jeans comes from Genoa, Italy, where sailors first wore indigo-dyed clothing. Indigo is the blue color used to dye jeans. All right, so jeans became super famous with these actors in the 50s. Any questions? Just an interesting use of the word sport here. Here, sport is a verb meaning to wear. To wear in a public way. All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why they called overalls? Overalls is the same that jeans? Is the same?
Oh, great question. Overalls were before jeans. Overalls were the typical clothes that miners would wear, miners and ranchers. So they weren't fashionable. In fact, they were more like this or like this. They were clothes only for work. So as they developed into a more fashionable thing, they stopped being called overalls.
So overalls is as well like uniforms or work uniforms. It's more or less the same.
Yeah, a one piece, basically, a one piece of clothing that covers all. In fact, another word for this is coveralls.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a great question. And then overalls became fashionable in their own right, and we have kind of the fashion overalls that clearly aren't for work. Great question.
Okay, thank you. I got it.
All right. Any other questions? We're on paragraph 5, and Ken, I believe it's your turn.
In the 1960s, wearing blue jeans was a sign of solidarity between America's working class and middle class. This middle class wanted to show the government that they didn't support the Vietnam War. Many college students also wore jeans while protesting.
Excellent. Great. So we see the rise in the popularity continuing through the 60s. Great. Any questions? All right, on to paragraph 6, and we're back to you, Santiago.
Okay. In the 50s and 60s, American women were criticized for dressing sloppily if they wore jeans. In the 1970s, many women began wearing denim again. For some, it was an act of rebellion. For others, it was a fashion statement. Many different styles of jeans emerged, including flares and well bottoms.
Excellent, great. Thank you, Santiago. So a little more history on jeans. Any questions?
I don't know the meaning of flares. Flares and well bottoms.
Yeah, flares and bell bottoms. Let's look at a couple of these. Are specific styles of jeans. And if we have time, we'll get a little deeper into that. There's a part later in the lesson that has a whole lot of, okay, not that kind of flare, say flared jeans. Similar to bell bottoms, they're very wide at the bottom. So these are flared. Bell bottoms are even bigger at the bottom, similar to the shape of a bell. So really, really big.
Okay.
So flared is a little bit wider. Bell bottoms are a lot wider. Great.
Okay, thank you.
Most of them are for the women.
I think
Because
nowadays, yeah.
yes, because in Poland, I don't know if it's still fashionable. When I was a teenager, we're wearing jeans that were actually quite long and wide, but I don't know the meaning for it because hip hop, I mean rap, was quite popular. How do you call those kind of jeans?
Yeah. So probably I wonder he might be around my same age. Yeah. I think maybe well the ones I always wore were we call them by a brand. Um, but they would be I guess just baggy jeans where they're big all the way down, right? Maybe these are extreme. But do you mean kind of similar to this style?
Yeah, I mean, not exactly. I mean, I don't have a good picture right now, but it was more involved in many people who created songs. I mean, hip hop songs. Wear them. I don't know how it looks like in the US.
Yeah, we'd probably just have baggy jeans.
Yeah, probably something
Yeah.
like that.
Usually when we say baggy jeans, this is the idea I would get in my head is kind of the wrap, slouching and hanging down, baggy jeans, we'd call those. Good question. I like this topic. I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was a child. So, interesting topic for me. Let's get to our last paragraph here. And I think, Greg, is it your turn?
I guess I don't know. I'm not sure.
I believe it is.
The 1980s was the era of designer jeans. Since then, many fads have come and gone. Today, many designers have adopted an anything goes attitude. Jeans are designed for different genders, sizes, ages, body types, and purposes. While some people love wearing jeans that fit tightly to their bodies, others prefer baggier styles. Today's jeans are also available in any color imaginable. Styles and washes that went out of fashion have come back in.
Great. Great. Thank you. Nice job. All right. Any questions on that paragraph or anything else in the text?
Fad?
Oh, fads. That's a good word. That means trend. A trend.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Fashion trends.
Yeah, yep, fashion trends.
Okay.
It could be a food. You could have a food fad or a diet fad, a fitness fad. Pretty much a synonym for trend.
Okay.
Good. Good. Any other questions? All right, so we might come back to this if there's time, but we are gonna skip ahead to the vocabulary stuff. Here mostly for vocabulary. So let's do this vocabulary, and then I'd like to do the grammar as well. So in this one, there is an error in each sentence. We're not gonna. You'll just read. You'll read the sentence, tell us the error, and then read the sentence correctly. And it's going to be a vocabulary error. So you'll want to think about the words from the reading and from the preview that we did. Let's just try it.
Yeah. Mm. Do you hear me?
Evgeny?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm here. Sorry, I lost my connection.
oh, no worries.
Many workers enjoy wearing jeans because the material is sloppy. I think wrong word is sloppy.
correct. And what would you replace it with?
And I would replace this word by maybe sturdy.
Yeah. Sturdy. Yeah. Because our durable is not durable, durability. Yep, sturdy is correct. Great. Yeah, the material is sturdy. Excellent. Ken, number 2.
In the 1980s, people all over the world were sporting designing these designers jeans, maybe.
Exactly. It should be designer, not designing. Designer jeans, meaning made by a designer.
Mhm.
Great. Thank you, Ken. Number 3, Santiago.
Jacob Davis and Levi Strauss worked together to ban repeated trousers. I think it could be to patent instead of ban.
Exactly. They didn't ban them. They invented them and then patented their invention. Great. Excellent. Number 4, Greg.
James Dean and Marlon Brando were actors who were associated with a rebellious rebellion.
Good, yep. So it's part of speech error there. Rebellious is the adjective. We need the noun. Rebellion. Great. 5, Evgeny.
My sister likes skinny jeans, but I prefer jeans that are bucks. I think it's baggy.
Exactly right. The noun bags doesn't make any sense. We need the adjective baggy, which means big. Great. And our last one, Ken, number 6.
He's making a fashion trend, maybe, with those 80s style acid wash jeans.
Good. So what word did you say?
Trend or fad?
Yep, trend or fad or a fashion statement.
A statement, okay.
Yeah, great. Fashion statement. Excellent. All right, any questions on those review?
I have a question. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Santiago.
Okay. In sentence number 4,
Mhm.
is a rebellion or rebellions? Plural.
It would not be plural because in this case it's an abstract noun. Rebellion in general.
Okay.
There were no particular specific rebellions that they participated in. Good question.
Okay, thank you.
And Evgeny, you had a question?
Acid wash jeans, it means boiled jeans?
Oh, no, this is a style. Let's look at that real quick. This is a fun one. I don't like this style of jeans. I think they're terrible. Acid wash is like a color almost. It's this color pattern thing. It's something like they wash the genes with acid, and that's how the spots form.
Yeah, okay. In Russia, we call this like boil it. You know, it means cook it in your kitchen.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So that makes sense too. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So same thing. Cool. All right, and let's see. There we go. Any other questions on that? Pretty good. All right, this area is pretty confusing in English, so I do want to do this grammar review with comparative adjectives. The quick rule is if it's 2 syllables or more, we use more, or 3 syllables or more, we use more. If it's 2 syllables or 1 syllable, we use ER to make the comparative adjective. That's the general rule. It can be tricky, but let's try. Just read it, and you're going to choose either the ER ending or the adjective with more. Let's try. No, you guys are good. We'll have, let's see, Greg, I think it's your turn. Actually, yeah, I think it was your turn.
My new genes are sturdy. They are sturdier than my old pair.
Yes, good. Sturdier than my old pair. So sturdy is 2 syllables. It'll take the ER ending for the comparative form. Great. Evgeny, number 2.
Oh, I will try, but I don't understand the rule. But okay, your genes are buggy. There are more buggy than mine. No?
We could, and this is, I'm going to actually just write out the rule. This is a quick thing. One or 2 syllables, we add ER or IER. And 3 or more syllables, we add, or we use more. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. And in this case, my answer will be your genes are buggy. They are buggier than mine.
Correct. Excellent. Great. And this is a general rule. I want everyone to be aware there are exceptions, as usual with English grammar. All right, Ken, how about number 3?
Okay, her sewing is getting sloppy. Her seams are sloppier than they used to be.
Correct. Very good. Great. Notice all 3 of these examples so far that Y changes to an I when we add the ending. Great. Let's go. Number 4, Santiago.
This brand makes clothes that are more durable than the other designers.
Correct. And this one, if you tried to say durabler, you might find it sounds very strange. Good. So excellent, more durable. Greg, number 5.
My old jeans are more cozy than these ones. I'm not sure.
This is one where I think you might hear this in use sometimes, but I think I would say cozier.
I never heard of cozy. I mean, I know what cozy means, but cozier? Never.
It does sound strange, right? But I think, let me see, I would say I bought new slippers and they're so much cozier than my old ones. Yeah, I would say cozier. That's one, though, where a native speaker might also say more cozy, because cozier does sound a little strange. All right, our last one, Evgeny, number 6.
James Dean was cutter than Marlon Brando.
Yeah, and this gets the long U, cuter.
Cuter. Okay.
Yeah, great. Cuter. Excellent. Those are all correct. Any questions? I know this was a real quick blast of grammar. But any questions? All right, we are out of time. I wanted to do some writing with the vocabulary, but with only an hour, we can only do so much. Thank you all for participating. I hope it was valuable. I hope you learned a few new words or new styles of jeans, at least.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
It was great lesson.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Bye.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Great.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Have a great day or night.
Yeah, see you.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh.